Welcome to Strong Arm Flix. I'm your boy T Flame, and I got Red Bull. And it is a holiday, the beginning of summer, and I think all of you that are joining and watching right now, that can spend the time here with me instead of with your family. I appreciate that a lot. Don't spend too much time with me now. If y'all got shit to do, go do it. I got my boy Jeffrey Warfield on here again. My boy Nerdy in many ways may or may not be joining. He said he was going to join a few minutes ago. So we'll see if he joins in. I sent him the link, and every day it seems like we're getting more and more stuff coming out ever since the announcement of the Snyder Cut. And we knew that this day was going to come. We just said it's not an if, it's a matter of when. Yep. We always said that, and all the naysayers, they have just we finally are getting to see them lose their shit. They are losing all credibility. The haters, I'm not even going to say naysayers, because there's some of them that just genuinely weren't assholes and just were like, well, it's just been so long, I don't think they're actually going to release this thing. You know, I'm talking about the people I'm talking about, they know who they are. Mm-hmm. Certain loud individuals with a following that, were real assholes to this fandom. You know what I don't say it. Yeah, don't get our shit flagged, Jeffrey. Oh man. So how you doing, Jeffrey? How's things going on your end right now, man?
It's going good. Really, right now I really kind of left my job to help with the move, and so really that opens up my schedule for more YouTube videos on the daily, possibly, right. But most likely with basically a machine gun of nudes coming in.
Oh man. Yeah, it's like that damn gun that the Joker had in the helicopter in Suicide Squad. Just you know what I'm saying? That's what AT&T and HBO Max is doing to us right now.
Yeah, man.
It's about time. Give us more. Keep it coming. We can handle it.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it's just that I know that there is a lot of things that have been announced. I don't even want to say announced, that have been discussed, exclusive news breaks, and all kinds of shit like that since the Zack Snyder's Justice League has been announced for HBO Max officially. And a lot of this shit, I believe, is going to come to pass. But until we get an announcement from somebody that's official from the project, or Warner Brothers themselves, we have to be careful on how excited we get, because these haters, they're salty as hell right now. They are mad. Oh, they are big mad right now. And I don't want nobody in our fandom, or any of my friends or followers or subscribers, to get too excited about certain projects other than Zack Snyder's Justice League until we get more of an official word on it. It's definitely something to be excited about, but I just, you go around and you get too excited and you talk about it too much around the wrong people. These people with these big followings and these big mad hater motherfuckers and shit, they're going to try and put you on blast. They're going to try and hit you where it hurts. And because trust me, they are salty as hell right now. And I just don't want to see any of you, including myself, end up being in somebody's damn video getting clowned on, or someone shoving it in your face when, the rumor gets shot down or whatever. And I'm not saying that that's going to happen. And I hope, and there's a lot of stuff to talk about, but take everything with a grain of salt. I guarantee that out of all of this that's coming out, probably about half of it's true. But even with that being said, that's still very exciting. Just stay thirsty for more, my friends, but be cautious.
Yeah. So do you want to talk about the Batfleck news? Or
yeah.
We have a whole bunch.
I want to jump right into it. That's the number one thing right on. And I've also I was going to bring that up later, but you know what? Since you brought it up now, we can talk about that now. And I got a couple of things I want to discuss regarding David Ayer with the Ayer cut. I also had I wanted to read an article that I thought was very, very nice. Regarding the DCEU and stuff like that. So go ahead. Yeah, so you're talking about the new rumors that apparently Ben Affleck is in talks to come back and get and do his Batman movie. But this time it would be an HBO Max exclusive movie. It would be Pattinson could still have still do his thing, and Batman just like the same way that Joaquin Phoenix's Joker movie. It's basically just Joker in name. It don't have nothing to
Yeah.
do with anything. It's segregated. It's separated. It was a very great movie too, by the way. You know what I'm saying? So they've opened the door, like you said, Jeffrey, and you were the main person that was preaching this early on, and not many of us listened to you. And honestly, I was even a little skeptical at first about the multiverse and all this shit that they're trying to do with Zack Snyder's Justice League and all that shit. And then on the CW, when that shit happened, man, I said, blew my mind. I blew my mind when Ezra Miller's The Flash showed up on the CW for a cameo, and they opened the door to the DC multiverse. So now there can be different Earths, different versions of Batman, different interpretations of all these characters, and they can be all over the place if need be without it causing any continuity issues whatsoever. So there's no, in my opinion, there's no reason at all why these rumors could not indeed be true, because we know that that Ben Affleck, he was down for Zack. He was down for Zack. He was down for Zack's vision for Batman and Zack's vision for the Justice League in general. And when they wanted to change that, when they wanted to tamper with that, when they wanted to get rid of Zack, he was like, I'm done. I'm already got shit going on with my marriage and alcoholism. I'm not doing this shit. I'm not doing this shit. And he even clarified, that, how tight him and Zack Snyder are. So in my opinion, if they're bringing back Zack, not just to finish the Snyder cut, but they're bringing back Zack, I guarantee you, and that's one of the articles I wanted to read, that Ben, he's down. He is down. If they're going to let him do his Batman movie the way he wanted to do it and go back to his original script that Jay Olivia said is the best damn Batman script he ever read in his life, then he is down. He's going to do it. So go ahead, Jeffrey.
And really, Zach liked that article that someone posted on at Bureau. So really, I would say, yeah, that definitely confirms that article is legit about Ben being in talks with AT&T and Warner Media to be Batman again.
Yeah, and to me, like I said, now all these articles that are coming out, guys, that say exclusive with regarding Ben Affleck, Batman. Like I said, I believe that this him being in the talks, him talking, I believe that it's very early on, but I do believe them discussions are legitimately going on behind closed doors right now between Zack Snyder, Ben Affleck, and Warner Brothers, or AT&T, HBO Max, whatever. Okay, I genuinely do, but until this shit can be confirmed, you know what I'm saying? It's still just rumors, and they say exclusive, but just be careful. Like I said, I don't want you guys. Oh yeah, Chubby Teddy Monster Productions. It's summer. Big Dog's trying to get rid of that dad bod and get back in shape. You see me? You heard me? But yeah, you guys. So just be careful. Be careful. You know what I'm saying? And man, can you imagine? I can't. Just getting that Ben Affleck back to see him go out in a blaze of glory, and maybe getting one Batman movie from him that shows, and like the death of Robin, how he got so cynical, and his version of all the bad guys, the Riddler, which we talked about on the last live stream. The Penguin. What would Ben Affleck's Penguin look like?
That's actually very curious myself.
Right? Who would play him, Jeffrey?
Honestly, I don't know.
I know, me neither. I swear to God, right off the top of my head, that just hit my brain. I don't even have an answer for that, man. But these are great questions. These are, it's just like you, and I know I'm sort of stealing your line, but once we open Pandora's box, shit, it's just the possibilities are limitless.
Yeah, man.
And let's go through real quick before we move on to our next topic. Let's go through and catch up on some of these comments. I'm the Movie Radar. How you doing? What's up, my man? He said, "Where the man at?" Because I did start the live stream about 12 minutes late at least. maybe longer. Apologize, guys. Technical difficulties. I got to upgrade my shit here. It's not the greatest. John Cena. He said, okay. John Cena, 2099, Zack Snyder's Justice League. That's a mouthful right there. All right.
Yeah.
Q. Hi, y'all. What's up, Q?
Hey.
And then Q also said, leave the haters to Gob, LOL.
Yeah.
Gob will. You know what? Yeah, Gob does a very good job. But at the same time, man, Gob's only one man. And sometimes there's too many of them, bro. We got to have his back. You know what I'm saying? We're in this shit together. You know, individually, we fall. United, we stand. That's how we got this done. And there's puff piece articles coming out left and right on the internet and all over just in general. And there is a large group, but a selective group as well. And they are so pissed off that this shit happened. They are so pissed off. They are trying so hard to talk cash shit. And you read the articles and they're just straight up saying like, AT&T and Warner Brothers gives in to toxic into toxicity within a fandom that doesn't deserve the Snyder Cut. The scary thing about Zack Snyder's Justice League being released is that if fans act toxic long enough, you're sending a message that it'll give them what they want. And blah, 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 and blah, blah, and all this bullshit. Ignore that stuff, guys.
And they didn't even, and you can tell that it's a target towards us.
Oh yeah.
Because with the Flash thing going on, they like fans were saying, dude, the Sonic design is garbage. You need to change it, man. You need to change it. And then they changed it, and the media stayed quiet on that. But with us, it's like, okay, we need to go full on hardball on this. We can't let them win. So yeah, like you can tell that it's definitely us they're targeting.
Oh yeah, we know that they are, and what it is like I said, a lot of these salty ass YouTubers, social media personalities, personas, ass people, they're pissed. They're mad as hell, and a lot of them have a huge followings. They get paid. They get little payoffs. They sit there and they gride people like Jeff Johns, people like Joss Whedon, people inside Warner Brothers we don't even know, and they get they give them a little cut. Like, hey, what do you want to do to go throw another jab at these motherfuckers on the web and shit, And they act like that's not what it is, but that's what it is. We know because they have no motive. There's no motive. Okay, that's what I said. Like, I enjoy certain Marvel movies. I genuinely do. And am I like big on the MCU specifically? No, that's not my cup of tea. But anybody in this, on this live stream, anybody that's a follower of mine or anything, don't ever. I mean, who gets so upset that somebody likes something you don't, to where you've got a huge following and you just sit around making video after video talking shit about not only the shit that they like, but specifically talking shit about it and saying that you're talking shit about it because of the people. And then, it's like, really? Who does that? Like, I don't know. Crazy to me.
And some people are...
They're getting paid for this. They get paid off.
And some people are going above and beyond. Like, you know who it is when I'm going to say this.
Yeah.
But some people are going above and beyond. Saying, like, some people are saying, hey, are comparing this to like a slave trade, comparing it to terrorism. And I'm like, bro, like, every time I listen to it, it just makes me feel dumber just listening to it, man.
Oh yeah, it kills brain cells. It really does. Listening to the bullshit that comes out of their mouth. And man, have you seen the videos that were released after the Snyder Cut came out? Every one of them, certain people in specific though, They didn't know what to do. They didn't know how to act, and it's so childish. It's so ignorant. It's so hilarious that it's just out of control. It's not even funny, honestly. It's just like
Yeah, it's not even
it's
funny.
not even funny how
Like,
pathetic these people are. Like, how are you just gonna jump right back and instead of being like, oh yeah, my bad, I was wrong and blah blah blah, and I'm gonna leave y'all alone.
and
No, you're gonna jump on there and then all of a sudden act like you more excited for this motherfucking shit than we is. You more
and
excited. You
people
gonna act like you're more excited for our shit than this fandom is, than DC fandom is. And literally 2 videos ago, rest in peace, Snyder Cut. Rest in peace. Rest in peace and all this shit and the Snyder, fuck Zack Snyder, and you and this person and all
and
y'all over here and all these
and
people talking.
and
It's just wow. It's
and
sad.
really, like, for Fatal J's a friend, you know who he is. Like, the live stream he had with Phil J, he said he was going to apologize for it and say that he was wrong and all that. But right now, I'm just waiting for it. Like 3 days and still waiting for it, dude. How long
Um,
does it take to get
it's
that
it,
apology?
it's not gonna happen. He's too salty and he's too in his feelings about it. If he does do it, it won't be anytime soon, and I don't think he's gonna do it at all. Other
Yeah,
than maybe him shooting Fatal a DM or something. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. Who knows? Hopefully he
yeah,
does do the right thing. You know?
yeah.
Who knows? And then leave us the hell alone because ain't nobody looking. That's why, and this is my main thing that I need to get through to people, especially people with these huge followings. Okay. And bloggers and news sites and shit. Every fandom has a toxic side. Every
Right.
fandom, if it's large enough of a fandom, you know how many people that is? Of course, there's going to be a couple of assholes in the mix of 100,000 people, or there's going to be maybe 20 assholes out of 100,000 to maybe 500,000 like people that are a fandom. Like, I mean, every fandom has them. But what trips me
And
out is
the
how the DCEU and Zach's fandom and David's fandom, mainly Zach's fandom, like as a whole, how they get lumped in and like they're toxic. They're the devil. They're terrible. And it's like, motherfucker, you ain't hear this site and this person who's actually unbiased like you talk about how much money was raised for suicide prevention. A lot of these people themselves have been through a lot of shit and have loved ones that have done shit, or they themselves have tried, and they buy all the merchandise. Every day they give Warner Brothers and Zach and so whoever's involved clout, free clout, you know,
yeah,
pay up for all the merchandise, go and see the movies 5 times, in theaters when they drop, and you know what I'm saying? And overall, like, defend the art of these studios and these directors. And it's like, I don't understand it because no other fandom deserves to be respected. This fandom does. And it trips me out that this fandom has to fight and fight, 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 fight. It never ends just to be treated as an equal to other fandoms and other movements. It's crazy as hell to me.
right. Because think about it like this, like, with, like, I'm gonna go through I'm gonna compare two fandoms that aren't the Snyder Cut. So you know that one little bit where we had Spider-Man leaving the MCU and all that, and then it was
Yeah.
like, oh, just one more contract by Sony, right?
Mm-hmm.
So people were attacking Sony a lot
Oh,
for,
really?
yep, like people were threatening to boycott Sony. Like people were saying, "Oh, I'm not gonna watch any more Sony movies anymore. You kill Spider-Man and all that stuff."
Oh my
and
God.
so you have that Spider-Man MCU movement going on, but
Right.
then you have the elite, army who aren't really that big, yet, but are still fighting for a Alita sequel, that are also doing charity work, that did charity work for prosthetic limbs, for he
Yep.
and some they also did like a flying banner
Oh
for
wow.
around the Oscars
Yeah.
for saying hashtag Alita sequel.
Yeah. And
And just comparing those two fandoms alone, you can tell that the difference is like night and day.
exactly. And another thing is honestly, I know that the Alita army is technically separate than ours, than our movement, than our fandom, but at the same time, I consider them one. And honestly,
Yep,
I think that we need to become more merged together, because in all honesty, I was a fan of Alita Battle Angel.
yep, me
I
too.
liked it. That is how you promote. That is how you know what Alita Battle Angel did very properly that a lot of movies cannot do. Wonder Woman and Alita Battle Angel portrayed a strong woman that was, in a sense, a feminist character. That's how you do a proper, female, a strong female lead character. You know,
Right,
and the feminists, they always get it wrong because they can't prove or show us why this character is badass without saying you men, like in our face over and over. And it's like,
right,
okay, that's cool, but that doesn't make your character cool. That just means that you fucking hate men, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying?
right,
Like, even in Birds of Prey, they couldn't show, Suicide Squad did a better job at portraying Harley Quinn as a badass and as comic accurate. Birds of Prey had a lot of stuff removed from the plot that was very, feminist, and every single man in Birds of Prey was a piece of shit. They portrayed every single man, the background characters, the lead character, all of them, even the one that was supposed to be a good dude, who was an older dude and shit, older Asian dude. She knew for like, I don't know how long, she said years and years and years, ends up betraying her.
wow,
And it's like, and he basically was like, I just did it for the money. And it's like, okay, now this is after the movie had reshoots done and they toned down this feminist SJW and alphabet community fucking references and plot lines and all kinds of shit. They had damaging LGBTQ, however you say it, references. That was going to be a shitstorm. What's his name that played Black Mask? That would have been a shitstorm. Them,
Ewan
it, be,
McGregor.
yeah, that would have been a shitstorm had they showed Ian McGregor, right? And they still
Right,
kept a lot of this in the movie. But what they did was they toned down the fact of him being gay. They cut it out of the movie. There was almost no scenes that confirmed that him and Victor were anything more than just crazy motherfuckers that just hung out together.
right, because
And when you read,
I
yeah, and
heard
when
about him being gay and
and
them
the
having
reason
a
why they
thing.
did that, is because they knew. They probably listened to Grace, because Warner Brothers is a very reactionary studio. They probably listened to Grace Randolph, who's got millions of followers, right? And listened to her when and I will give Grace this. She's hit or miss. She's right about about the Snyder Cut breaking news and shit a week almost before it happened. She was right about Birds of Prey, the plot of the whole entire script, probably 3 months, 2 months before the first official Birds of Prey trailer dropped. She had the whole true script and talked about it. And she was like, this is true. This is potentially damaging LGBTQ representation, because you got a man who is, who is part of this community that is also who hates women as a misogynist. You can't combine how would the media react when you combined and disrespect the LGBTQ community by making one of the members a misogynist, and he's part of this community, but he's going around batting women, cutting little girls' faces off and shit. You know what I'm saying? And he's
Right.
trying to stab a little 10-year-old girl that's got a dick, excuse my language, a D pic of a diamond in her gut. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Yeah, that's what the original script was on that diamond. That's why he was after it, because in the initial cut of that movie before the reshoots, that diamond had D pics on it, and they were black masks, and that's why he was tripping so hard about getting it back. It wasn't about the money, it wasn't about the power or influence. It was about the fact that it was used as a storage device, like laser, and it was lasered into the diamond. And that is why initially, and that's why they brought the John Wick director in, and they used it as a cover up because he's so good at shooting action sequences. And they're like, well, Kathy Yan, she's new to big blockbusters, and we're just bringing him in to spruce up the action. That's what they played. That's the role they played to the public, just like they do with all these. We've been through this shit how many times? Nothing fools us anymore. And
Right.
right. So they brought him in, and what they did was they had him reshoot scenes to strip the pedophilia plot and the damaging LGBTQ representation and tone that down from the movie. That's what they really brought him in for. And you know what I'm saying? And it saved the movie from getting blasted. And it got great reviews from critics, but the audience, people, the ones seen it, were honest. They were just like, well, it wasn't terrible, wasn't good, was just nah.
Yeah.
And that's the truth about that movie. I'm not a hater. I loved her as Harley Quinn. That movie, I don't accept that. I do not accept that movie. But my point is though, is that a lot of people don't know this shit. A lot of people don't care to know it. You know what I'm saying? And
Yep.
what made me the angriest is when this movie was about to come out, there was dudes even, or it could have been a woman pretending, took a fake picture, pretending to be a guy, but there was dudes. I even talked to them. They could have been undercover women, but and they were like, no, you need to, this is going to be a spectacular movie. You guys need to quit saying you're worried about it. Kathy Yan's going to do way better than David Ayer ever could have done. And they're going to strip all this misogyny shit out of it and this and zooming in on Harley Quinn's butt and all this bullshit. And I'm like, what? And I don't know how many of them crazies I came across and talked to. And I told them, if you're a fan that big of this, I hope that it's good. I hope that you like it. I hope you enjoy it. I'm saying I pay attention to this shit. I know what I'm talking about. This is what I do. I don't know if you do. I think you're just a rabid mucker that just wants to see this shit because you were into the comic Birds of Prey, and you're one of that small percentage that actually read and knew what was going on with Birds of Prey. The general audience don't even know who the hell they was. Everything from the marketing to what they named it. That's why they even went back and changed the name. The Fantabulous Emancipation one, blah, 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 Harley Quinn. Like, what?
Yeah, because I was like, what kind of title is that? Like, the title alone was super long.
Yeah, and Warner Brothers finally figured out that was a stupid-ass idea, but it was too late. They went back in theaters and just put Harley Quinn, and then underneath it to the right, abbreviation, BOP.
and then they tried to change the rating midway through, like they relaunched it and they made it PG-13
over in Japan. And I believe Japan and China, like overseas and shit, they didn't do it here in America because they were too embarrassed. They were like, no money is worth that kind of humiliation we're going to get from these assholes on the web and the media attention and but yeah, overseas they went back and they didn't even know who they were aiming this movie for. They made these feminist directors and people behind the scenes, they made this for themselves. You took millions of dollars and made some that only you would like. What? I'm sorry. All right, I'm gonna stop.
Mm,
I'm not bashing on it, guys. All right, I've seen it twice. It's okay.
mm.
It's okay. It's not terrible. I just anybody that was involved on the project besides Margot, and yes, I know Margot had a hand in making it that way too. But I'm just saying, All right, now let's see what we got here. Uh, let's see. Deathstroke's Camp. What's up, buddy? He said, when do you think the teaser for Zack Snyder's Justice League will release? Will it drop during the debut of HBO Max or at Comic-Con? In my opinion, Comic-Con,
Yep.
with a live
Yep.
stream with Zack Snyder attached somewhere near the end. That's going to be a surprise turn up. And I think that Zack right now is putting the finishing touches on his first official Comic-Con teaser trailer for Zack Snyder's Justice League. And I think right now he's doing because he already confirmed that he's working on the trailer right now to a fan,
Yep.
guys. You can look this up. I'm not shitting you. He is literally,
Mhm.
as we speak, working on the first official. There's nerdy in many ways. He is now working on the trailer.
Guys.
What's up,
Hey
buddy?
guys.
Hey, sorry I was late. I was handling some things, so my bad on being late.
Hey, it's all good, man. I'm happy you got the link. I was like, damn, I hope I ain't doing like I did Jeffrey last week. Told him to come on the stream. We set it up ahead of time. Then I sent him a damn link to a video we did 2 weeks ago. He shows up on there and he's like, where is everybody? What's going on? And then he's like, he's messaging me. He's like, bro, I think you sent me the wrong link, dude. And I looked at it. I'm like, oh, yeah, I did.
No,
like,
you were good. You were fine. It was just my fault. So you can blame me 100%.
Hey, I'm gonna go check on my son real quick, guys. So I'll be real quick, but this is what we were talking about, Nerdy. Right before, thank you for coming on the show too. This is what we were talking about right before you popped on. And Deathstroke's Camp, he asked, when do we think that the teaser for Zack Snyder's Justice League will release? Do we think that it will drop during the debut of HBO Max or at San Diego Comic-Con 2020 that they're streaming this year?
I'm thinking HBO Max launch day, May
Yep.
27th. Because again, Zack Snyder says he's working on the trailer.
Yep.
And what was it that I heard?
He's working on it as we speak.
Yeah, and I've heard from many different sources that they were thinking of releasing it on that day if Zack can get it done in time to his liking for a quick trailer that features Darkseid, his voice and everything, things we'd never seen before.
Man, I'm telling you right now, I definitely believe that just for the simple fact that Ray Porter, as everybody knows, that's our Darkseid.
Everyone now knows.
He's a voice actor. He's very well known for his voice, but he is relatively actually unknown though at the same time. So this movie was gonna put him on, dude. This, and after this movie,
he had to keep that secret for 4 years, man.
And he couldn't say nothing. And he did this, signed contracts, did the voiceover, even got in the mocap suit and everything, and did like motion capture work for Darkseid. And couldn't talk about it, couldn't say nothing. Then they chose to erase him from the film, act like it never happened. Man, that would, oh my God, how gut-wrenching for so long that must have been.
I would be so mad.
But I'm telling you, just because of what happened to him and how much support early on we got from Ray Porter, there's no way that Zack, there's already a clip out there of him released San Diego Comic-Con. You know what I'm saying? That would be perfect to tweak and put into the trailer. But I mean, maybe he would probably just have him redo some ADR work, and I think that's what
maybe he'll just use old clips that he had in his own cut.
Or that. But I definitely think there is some, for sure, some legitimacy to that. The sources you said what they were saying, because there's got to be probably what's the main thing if you were a company in a studio, right? And you're going to release Zack Snyder's Justice League now. What is the main selling point of this movie being so different than what they released before?
Darkseid.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll be right back. You guys go ahead. I'll be right back. Keep going.
No worries. Sounds good.
But yeah, really, I would say that the first teaser would probably be on Comic-Con because to me, it's like this. Like, we generally don't know how long trailers take to be made. Like, we don't know if it is a teaser trailer or it is going to be a full blown trailer, because is it the person who has the question said just a trailer. He didn't say is it a teaser trailer, or he didn't really specify for it. But yeah, like,
I
really,
think he was meaning either way, either a trailer or a teaser trailer. I think he was
yeah,
kind of just encompassing that.
yeah. But the main reason why I think it's going to be at Comic-Con is because Zach was originally supposed to be at San Diego Comic-Con this year,
Right.
before the whole pandemic thing and all that. So really, that's why I think it's going to be at San Diego Comic-Con, and
And
also
when is that again? When is that again?
July 24th, I believe. Yeah, July 24th.
Okay.
And the reason also I think that is because, think about this. You aren't like, you let's say that they do put it on for exclusively the streaming service at first, right?
Mm.
It's gonna be introduced to the public anyway. So
Right.
my thing is, to really show how ambitious and how big Zack Snyder's Justice League is, it would make more sense to put it on Comic-Con, because that's where the big hitters are generally.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. I think the only hiccup with Comic-Con though is that there's so much that can't be guaranteed about Comic-Con, right? Because they're trying to figure out if they want it. You know, this is the whole Comic-Con at home, right? But at the same time, like, something like this has never really been done before, right? This is a very new thing.
Right.
And so we're really gonna have to experiment with this a little bit. And another thing is that Zack Snyder's Justice League, as we all know now, is now HBO Max's baby. Like, this is their big thing that they want to get out there. And so to me, it would make sense for them, as soon as their stream platform comes up, they would at least tease, like, maybe 10 to 15-second teaser of their biggest product that they're going to have on there, just like right away, and say, hey, this is coming on the platform. This is what you can expect with the launch of it. And so that's why I kind of lean that direction, but I can definitely see where you're coming from when it comes to the Comic-Con idea.
Yeah. So,
Let's see.
want to talk about the the Ben Affleck stuff?
Oh, I'm going to talk about that in depth in just about 50 minutes on my live stream. So I'll talk about it a little bit, but I want to spill all my beans right now just because I want to save some. You know, if you want to see that, check out my stream here in about an hour. But yeah, we can talk about it a little bit. Yeah, absolutely.
I might join in though, for real.
Yeah.
And so really, like, with this whole multiverse thing that they seem to be setting up for the DCEU, like, what do you think about that? Because personally, if you followed in my channel, I started talking about the whole multiverse thing from the Crisis of Infinite Earths,
Right.
episode 3, and really how I theorized how basically everything would change by the end of it, and everything would be connected. Like, before, everything was apart, but now with the CW crossover, with now everything being connected, really it comes into, and with what Green Arrow said, with how everything is possible with imagination, it really does seem that anything is now possible, and really anything that they put out can be canonized without any confusion.
Yeah, first, before I respond to that, that one, Carlos says, I got you nerdy. I'm on that like white on rice. But
I'm back, y'all.
Nice.
All right, where are we at on here? I know we probably fell back on a little of them.
So we were just talking about a little bit about Batflick. I was going to address it a little bit. And of course, I'm going to talk about it more on my stream here in about an hour, where I'm going to talk explicitly about that.
Yeah, we were just talking about that a few minutes ago, honestly.
Nice.
Yep.
And Jeffrey mentioned the multiverse idea, and of course,
Hold on.
every normal DC, every average DC fan, or any average DC fan will like that idea because comics have multiverses, they have multiple different versions of characters.
Exactly.
The big thing that a lot of people for some reason are against is they're just like, it's going to be too confusing for fans. Like
No.
they really underestimate the intelligence of a lot of fans out there. People can understand multiverses.
Exactly.
They can understand there's multiple versions of things.
Exactly.
People aren't stupid.
Right. And we were honestly just talking about this right before you came on the live stream, Nerdy. And Jeffrey predicted a lot of this shit. He predicted the Flash and everything showing up on the CW. I'm serious. Before it happened. Me and Tyler from Subjective Reviews were like, I think you're reaching a little far, buddy. But he's, but, and then this shit happened and I'm like, I'm like, what? And but my thing is though about that is I think you're right. I think that they don't give the fans enough credit for being able to understand that there's a multiverse. And I've always said this. I don't feel like the DC / and or DCEU fandom has ever gotten the respect that it's deserved. Look at the Marvel fandom for example. Okay.
Yeah.
They have faith that their fans, and the media does too, can understand the shit that they're putting out. Okay. Right. If you look at Marvel, right, they've been doing this for about 6 years now, maybe longer. They've got TV shows like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., right? Yeah. Where Agent Coulson never actually died. It showed how he survived when he got killed in Avengers 1. You know what I'm saying? And and I have issues with that, very many. And it was like with some kind of scroll blood and some kind of experiment, and Samuel L. Jackson just couldn't let it be or some shit, but he had to keep it a secret. It was ridiculous. But anyway, so they've got TV shows, and some of them have failed. They fell right on their face. Was it Mrs. Carter or something?
Agent Carter.
Yep. They Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., one or two other ones, and a couple of them fell flat right on their face. But they
Punisher and Daredevil pretty good though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But here's my thing though about Daredevil. Okay, Daredevil's great, but Daredevil is outside. It is and isn't outside of the MCU. It's still Marvel. You know what I'm saying? But it's outside. Like that shit was going on before the MCU had fully launched, like completely, and knew what it was doing. Oh yeah, at that point, I think it was like around the time of like Avengers 1.
I think maybe around launched? Avengers. Maybe about Avengers.
Right before Avengers 2, I want to say, came out.
Yeah, it sounds about right. I'd have to check on that, but
I'd have to check too. I'm not exactly sure on that. But my point is that it was early on, and they still didn't know at that point that they want to connect their shit yet with the television series. Right. Eventually, we know later on they did end up doing all that. But what I'm saying is, in my opinion, the way that I look at Daredevil on Netflix is the way that I look at Sony's Venom, and I look at the MCU Spider-Man Far From Home.
I see
that kind of, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's the way that I look at the two. But that's just my opinion on it. They can do whatever they want, but my point is they have faith, and the media has faith that their fans understand this shit. And I'm not even a fan of that shit like that, and I understand this shit. That's why it upsets me that they act like, the old regime of Warner Brothers, I'll say, act like, hey, we're just going to give them a Batman movie every 6 years and everything else.
Yeah, that's why I'm loving what AT&T is doing right now. Their fan interaction right now is phenomenal.
Oh my God.
Good. So refreshing.
Yes. Thank you, Nerdy. And I just honestly, I want to applaud AT&T.
Yeah,
as a Verizon guy, it's hard for me to say, but I thank you, AT&T.
Oh,
I love you, AT&T.
Listen, I'm talking about their business sides of things, I mean, if you're ride for your company, bro. But I'm saying what they're doing for the DCEU, you know what I'm saying? I gotta give them applause. I gotta give them, their kudos, their credit for that, man. I mean, just because if they had not listened, had they had not been watching and listening with an open eye and open ear, I mean, who knows where we'd be right now?
Right. We would definitely not have the excitement we have right now.
And on that note, real quick, I want to read this real quick, based on what we're talking about AT&T.
Before you do that, real quick, can we shout out some people in the comment section?
Oh, yep, we sure can.
We got Geeks and Gamers here, so that's
Oh,
awesome.
do we? Where's that at? Oh, what's up, Geeks and Gamers?
And we also got Brandon Pittman said, "Come on, nerdy, talk about it." He's talking about the Batfleck stuff. I do have to leave this stream in about 10 minutes, so I don't have enough time.
I appreciate that you're showing up, though, man. Either way,
but I will talk about Batfleck in depth for sure.
All right, yep. Hold on, I'm trying to Geeks and Gamers. Yeah, yo, no shit. Hey man, hey, I'm still down. I'm still down for that live stream. Me and Jeffrey are still down for that live stream. It just makes it difficult on my end again because of the crazy hours that I work. I'm usually only available on the weekends to do live streams, and then once a week throughout the week I can put out an actual episode of Strong Arm Flix. That's just the way that it is now, and I know we've been planning for this for a couple of weeks. But if you ever clear Geeks and Gamers, you ever clear your schedule for a Friday night or a Saturday night or a Sunday afternoon, we can put something together, man, because I'm real excited to be to jump on your channel, man.
And I want to personally apologize to Geeks and Gamers because he's tried to have me on this show a couple of times, but every time we've been able to kind of correlate, it's ended up being at like 11 at night. And my office right now, for the time being, is right next to my in-laws' bedroom, and they go to bed pretty early. So I'm just like, I want to, but right now I can't.
I hear you on that one. But he said, "Oh, Geeks and Gamers." He said, "Okay, let me know next weekend." Hey, I definitely will, man. We're probably So right now, let's just set it up. We don't even need to talk about it. Next weekend, anytime after 4:30. Or wait, I don't know if our hours are changing. Anytime after 5. Because now we're about to have to work even later. Now that everything's over, we're not gonna be getting out at 4 no more. So yeah, man, we're gonna be staying 6 to 6 basically. But anyway, so let's just set that up, man. Anytime after like 5:30 p.m. Friday, Saturday, or Sunday before 7 p.m. Yep. And me and Jeffrey will get on there, man. And let's that one, Carlos. He said Doctor Strange has a ton of multiverse stuff. That's very true.
I mean, his movie is called The Multiverse of Madness.
Yes, and I'm actually looking for, that's the only, and I just want to add real super quick. Me personally, the only MCU project, 2 of them that I am looking forward to is Doctor Strange, The Multiverse of Madness, and Black Widow to a degree.
Yeah,
and I know a lot of people aren't, but I am. That's the only thing MCU that as of now coming out from here in the next 4 years that I even give a shit about, in my opinion, that I'm going to check out.
Yeah. The only MCU thing that I really care about is Shang-Chi and the Legend of Ten Rings. Mainly because I have a soft spot for martial art flicks.
Okay, fair enough.
Right on.
See, personally, I don't know a whole lot about Shang-Chi, so I see that and I'm just like, what the freak is that? Like, I don't even know.
Right.
All I need to know is that it's a kung fu flick, then I'm good.
That's fair.
And this won't take real long, but I just wanted to read this by David Ayer regarding the Ayer cut, guys. I think that it is time that we, and listen, I know that I'm not saying that we stop in any kind of way supporting Zack Snyder. That'll never happen. If you're a real motherfucker, you won't do that shit, period. It don't even need to be said. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not saying that we stop supporting Zack and in any kind of way or nothing. But I think it's time that we start helping David campaign the way that Zack has been campaigning these last 2 years, but hope it don't take 2 years. In my opinion, the Ayer cut should, in my opinion, and I'm not saying that it deserves to come before the Snyder cut at all. I'm saying it should, though, because chronologically, in the order that it was made, the way that what the story tackles in it, and the fact that it is a direct sequel to the ending of BVS Ultimate Edition, and then connects to the beginning of the Snyder cut, this should come out first. And David Ayer said that he's down, he's ready. He's finally walked all that back from when he said, this is my version of the movie. I'm just not very good director. I used to paint houses.
Him and AT&T are texting back and forth.
Yes, and check this out. So check this out. This is what I want to read. It's just a couple of tweets real quick. It won't take too long. Regarding David Ayer on Twitter, his official Twitter, regarding the Ayer cut, okay? And released the Ayer cut, of course. He said right here, he said, okay, someone said in this movie, Steven Weintraub, I can't say it, says green check from Collider. That's who it is. It says the version of Suicide Squad that we've all seen was not the movie that at David Ayer Movies wanted to release. I actually, you know what? I give him kudos for being real about that, not being a dick. Okay, all right. With the popularity of the superhero genre, why not show us his cut too on at HBO Max? You know what? Honestly, I kind of want to applaud silently a little bit because Collider, they give us a lot of shit. They always have. And you know what? That guy came out. He was open. He was honest. He asked a direct question, kept it real, and let everybody see it. And David actually responded to him. And what David said was, David Ayer, on his official Twitter, he says, this is a good question. My cut would be easy to complete. It would be incredibly charismatic or something for me. I can't, cathartic. There it is. Sorry. It's exhausting getting your ass hammered and kicked for a film that got the Edward Scissorhand treatment. The film I made has never even been seen.
Yeah,
bro.
And real quick, before I check out here, there's a comment here that one Carlos who sums it up perfectly.
Okay, hold on.
He says it's the very latest one, I think.
Oh, yep.
He says, release it 2 months before Zack Snyder's Justice League, build the hype, and get 2 waves of new subscribers for HBO Max. Because it's a good point. Because if you think about it, while a lot of us,
you're listening, AT&T.
While a lot of us supporters of Snyder Cut support the Ayer cut as well, there is a little bit of a difference of fandom between Suicide Squad and Batman v Superman, at least to a small degree.
Exactly.
Which is different types of people. And so you'd get more people in there, and then Zack Snyder's Justice League, you'd have even more people.
No, you combine them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Flat out, you give, you spread it around because, like I said, there is a big portion of the Snyder Cut movement. Now, I don't want to say, well, I'd say about just under half of the Snyder Cut movement. They're like, I don't really know shit about David Ayer or Suicide Squad. It wasn't really my cup of tea. I'm here for Zack, flat out.
Mm-hmm.
So what it is that, like you just said, you got to give something to appeal to them two giant groups that have a lot in common, you know what I'm saying, that are very vocal, and go in and buy the merchandise. Go into the theaters when this shit drops like 4 or 5 times in a row. You know what I'm saying? And are very vocal on social media and drop hard-earned money towards charities. They got, this would be something great to hold everybody off and please all of the fandom, in my opinion, because between David Ayer's villain characters and Zack Snyder's hero characters, basically the two of them are the DCEU, bro, as of now. So why not tap into that, into that potential, into that market?
And here's another thing. Why would they correspond so much with the movement if they had no plans of releasing it at all? Because they know they're correlated. They know they're connected. And they wouldn't be hyping it up as much if they didn't have any plans to do it.
And I think that they're in early. I think what's going on right now is that AT&T and David Ayer are in early talks and discussions about the Ayer cut. And I think that AT&T is very interested. I think they're very optimistic. I think that they're going to, if they're smart, and they're going to take advantage of the hype wagon that's going on right now. And I think that they want HBO Max, which is their baby, because Warner Brothers is their baby. They own their ass now. And they got to make a lot of money back that they spent.
Because apparently they're the slave masters now, apparently.
But you know what? The way that Warner Brothers...
Not my words. Not my words.
Not my words.
Warner Brothers, we were slaves to Warner Brothers. So I'm happy they got someone to answer to now.
Absolutely. Well, anyway, I got to duck out. Thanks for having me. I'm sorry I have to leave so soon. But again...
I'll be tapping into your live stream, man.
In my opinion, I think the Ayer cut's coming. I mean, you just look at all the things. Like Cass knows something. The culture nerd knows something. There's just too much going on for it not to be coming. So Anyway, thanks here for having me. Hopefully I'll see
No
you guys
problem,
more often
Nerdy.
here in
Anytime,
about half an
man.
hour. Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Peace.
Yep. Peace.
Thank you. And that was Nerdy in many ways. That was awesome. He was able to jump in last minute, riding for his dog, like always. And here in like a half hour, I believe he said that he is doing his own live stream on his channel, Nerdy in Many Ways. So, and I believe he said he's going to be going in depth about Ben Affleck's Batman possibly returning, which we have lightly discussed on this channel during this live stream. So if you guys are interested in that, you know, and you want to bounce back and forth and check out what he's got going on, feel free to. I want to jump in on some of these comments that I missed real quick. Let's see. Brandon Pittman, what's going on, brother? He said, strong arm. Did you see the comment I said about Joey's Corner? I did not, my man. I can't believe I just said his whole name on here. I don't want my flag. Yeah, because my StreamYard, YouTube, they're starting to give me a hard time about uploading shit now. They're flagging shit. They're sending me comments telling me, hey, they're going to start putting restrictions on my account, limiting my live streams, and all kinds of crazy. So I'm trying not to say certain names too much when I know that there's, you know, this. When you know a shitstorm's coming, you can see it a mile away. Usually, you know, when you get old, you're supposed to get wiser the older you get. And I do not want my channel hit like that, bro. My channel ain't popping like that. I can't take a hit like that, homie. But yeah, go ahead and tell me, man, down in the comments. But I'm not gonna say that name out loud no more on this channel, at least for a while, till stuff cools down, because I don't know what's going on with that. And again, I'm not trying to accuse nobody or anything like that, but it's just some strange going on right now. Pilot Maverick, who do you think that Sam Benjamin, did you guys already do this comment, Jeffrey?
No.
Okay. Pilot Maverick, who do you think that Sam Benjamin is playing in Justice League? He said his whole arc was removed that went for about 20 to 30 minutes. Pilot Maverick, I have said on this channel before that I have pretty much figured out where that scene is and where it belongs. And that scene, if you remember from that interview, he said that he was playing a military character and he was stuck in between a hero and a villain. So basically what was going on was Superman was evil at the time, wearing the black suit, and Wonder Woman and the squad were trying to take him down. The military was there. He was flying a plane. He is going to be the future Green Lantern. We don't know which version at all. We don't know if it's not. We don't know until the very end of the movie when they let him find the ring. But he was going to get caught in a shitstorm, fighting and trying to, you know, the military's there shooting at Superman, and the League's there trying to stop Superman. The military's there trying to stop Superman. And he was one of the people that was in the plane, was playing a military character. And, you know, people were speculating that he was Hal Jordan. But basically, that was all removed from the movie. You're going to see that in the Snyder Cut, though. In Zack Snyder's Justice League, it's going to be restored and look better and badder than ever. And there will probably be maybe even reshoots, or not even reshoots, but additional footage even added to more flesh out his little arc.
Yep, because I heard that, because like Kaz said, that apparently they say that Zack is going to add Green Lantern and Martian Manhunter to the final battle. So that might tell.
Nice.
So yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Yep, and we're also gonna get Martian Manhunter. Hardboiled Entertainment, Eric, what's up, buddy? I seen you in the comment section, bro. Thanks for coming and joining the live stream, my man. He said hashtag release the haircut. Yep, release the good haircut, baby.
Yeah,
flat out. That one Carlos, release the haircut.
Yep.
Damn right. It should come before Zack Snyder's Justice League. Damn right again. Release it 2 months before Zack Snyder's Justice League. Build the hype up and get 2 waves. Yep, I think we read that. Yep, damn right. Let's see. Igor Snowden. What's up, Igor? What's up,
Yay.
brother? Yeah, I'm with Igor over on Twitter too. He said 3 of the coolest guys. What's up, brother? What's up, brother?
Oh, John Cena came in one of his latest tweets and it mentioned something very interesting.
Oh, did he? Which one was that? I'll bring it up on the screen.
It's one of the latest ones. I'll read it to you.
Oh, I
right
found it. Just kidding. Anyway, all right. Which one is it?
He says, "Hey, John Cena, 2099, Zack Snyder's Justice League HBO Max. What if Ryan Reynolds comes to
Oh,
the
yep.
DCEU, but not for playing
Hal Jordan, but
Ben Sur or Sinestro, or I think that's
Sinestro, it's supposed to say.
Yeah.
That would be so badass, and we have been speculating on this. This is a very, very good question, John Cena 2099, because we have been speculating on this for a very long time, and on top of that, there's a lot of evidence to go by because Ryan Reynolds has been supporting this shit for a very long time. He's been in his own movie in Deadpool 2. He talks about the DC universe and all this shit in Deadpool 2. He did a commercial with a coffee mug, getting rid of a CGI mustache like Henry Cavill. He got on another one where he was at a big meet and greet for Marvel, and there was cameras going, and he was asked, he's like, well, what I'm referring to is the Snyder Cut, and everybody lost their fucking minds. He was like, oh no, I'm so sorry. I think I'm in the wrong panel. And that shit was
And this is the interesting part about this was when Zack Snyder's Justice League was announced. He replied to Zack Snyder's tweet saying it's real with the poster, and he said don't make the suit animated, and then this is the interesting part. He deleted it.
Oh, you guys hear that? Did you guys just hear that? That means there's a good chance that Ryan Reynolds has a super small role in the Snyder Cut, possibly playing a different version of Green Lantern, like a different version, a different, a different suit, a different everything. Because he was the person that initially was supposed to kickstart and start off the DCEU.
Was Green Lantern.
If you think about it, what happened right after Green Lantern? Man of Steel, right?
Yep.
So this is, and on top of that, who doesn't love Ryan Reynolds?
Right.
You know what I mean? It would make sense. And even if he has a small surprise cameo playing a character unrelated to Green Lantern, either way, it just makes sense. I would be surprised if he didn't. If he didn't, I would be very surprised. And BVS style Green Lantern. Oh, it'd be so badass. If Ryan Reynolds had Zack Snyder directing him, creating his costume and shit, creating the choreography, creating the script, and then directing him as he acts, man, I bet you they could pull out something that even Ryan Reynolds didn't know he had in him, man. And it would be beautiful. It would be beautiful.
And you want to know what would be funny? Like, the ironic part of this would be that Disney and the funny thing is that the funny part of it would really be since Disney doesn't want to do a Deadpool 3, then Ryan Reynolds shows up at Justice League, and then we later find out that he's going to have his own Green Lantern movie and a Green Lantern sequel or whatever it's going to be called in a chronological order. But if Ryan does get his own Green Lantern movie, and then there's not going to be a Deadpool 3, I'll just find that ironic. Like, say, haha, you should have made Deadpool 3.
Yes, that's very true. And Dr. Fate said to me, "Strong arm, watch party for Justice League one day. Peace.
Yep.
Peace sign. Damn right. You know what? I might do a watch
Yep.
party with Justice League. Um, I just don't know if I want now the Snyder cut when that comes out. You damn straight, I'm doing a watch party for that. Now, if you
Yep.
guys want me to do a watch party reaction or something for the Justice League, there is moments here and there that are Zach's that I do like. I'm not one of them people that just hated the movie. I just knew this isn't Zach's movie. What the fuck is this? Like,
Right.
with Snyder cut, flat out. So yeah, maybe we could do that. We could do that. I would be down for doing BVS, Justice League, Suicide Squad, movies like that. I would be down as shit to do a watch party for if people were actually interested. I don't want to do it and like two of you guys are watching and shit. But yeah, that's a good idea.
How funny would it be for Zack Snyder to do a watch party of Justice League? Like, let's think about that for a sec.
Okay, Dr. Fate said, nah, I think Sam Benjamin is the Hal Jordan. Now, the thing is that there is, I can't remember what it was, Dr. Fate, but there's evidence that Sam Benjamin is Green Lantern, but there's evidence that goes against him potentially being Hal Jordan, that version of Green Lantern.
Right, because he doesn't have the hairstyle for it, that's for sure. But Ryan Reynolds, he does. Even today.
I mean, the hairstyle we don't know, but I can't remember, man. There was actually legitimate evidence pointing at him not being. There's just certain things that wouldn't make sense regarding like his girlfriend, Hal Jordan's girlfriend. Hal Jordan's like history, and just somebody made a great point I'd have to go back and look. Somebody on Twitter that was a follower of the movement made a great point about why it's not Hal Jordan, but he is the Green Lantern. But our interpretation wasn't going to be Hal Jordan. That Zack Snyder didn't have Hal Jordan in mind for that, and that could have something to do with Ryan Reynolds being the last Green Lantern and being Hal Jordan so close before BVS, and before Justice League. I mean, who knows? Maybe not. Until we see, we don't know for sure. But there is a lot of people that say and speculate and think that he is not Hal Jordan. I could not pull the facts and evidence that they used way back when we had this discussion to convince me why he's not playing Hal Jordan. But if you look hard enough, you might run across it. And if I ever remember, I'll tell you about it.
Really, like if we learned anything from last week, it's anything is possible at this point.
Okay. If Sam Benjamin's Hal Jordan, then I would say Zack Snyder's Justice League has Hal and Carol Ferris beginning their relationship. If they'd been together beforehand, I somehow doubt with him on Earth, Carol would gush all over Superman. Yeah, exactly, like she did in Man of Steel. She was I just think he's kind of hot and all this. And BVS Ultimate Edition, we've seen her not a lot, but we've seen her enough to see that in the one or two scenes that she had, she was still very concerned about Superman, especially when the military was trying to nuke his ass. Martian Manhunter and Carol Ferris, Harry Lennox, aka Harry Lennox, and Carol Ferris, they were there trying to tell, with the military, inside the military, like, hey, don't get nuke Doomsday and Superman because it's fucking Superman. He's trying to save us right now. And the look on her face in BVS was, I'm still single. I still care about this motherfucker, and you guys are nuts. Don't do this. You know what I mean? And I just find it hard to believe that pre-BVS or pre-BVS, that Hal Jordan was around. Now, doesn't mean that eventually that they couldn't introduce Hal Jordan and then they hook up, but it just, I don't know. Something about that whole situation is just weird to me.
Yeah.
But like Eric at Hardboiled Entertainment brought up, if they'd been together beforehand, I somehow doubt with him on Earth, with him being on Earth and them being in a relationship, that she would just gush all over Superman like that. Exactly. I agree.
Right.
Let's see. The movies radar. Jeffrey, this is a question for you, bud.
Yep.
Would y'all say BVS is DC's Terminator 2? That's a good question.
Okay, I'm about.
I think so, man.
I'm probably gonna get mad for this, but I thought Terminator 2 was just okay. I'm more of a Terminator 3 fan. Okay, that's just my personal.
Oh, you're in the rare minority there, bud.
Yeah,
you are in the rare minority there, my friend. And listen, that is okay, bro. That's what I'm saying, man. It's okay to have different tastes than other people in certain aspects of certain art, it's okay. That doesn't mean, that we've got to be mean or fucking crazy to each other. And I have a difference of opinion with Jeffrey, and that's my boy right there, and I'm not gonna ever let nobody talk shit to this guy right here. But in my opinion, I feel Jeffrey's in the minority. That doesn't mean that he has bad taste. That just means that, he likes, he's just got his own opinion, and that's fine. I thought that Terminator 2 and 1 were the best. I thought that Terminator 2, not Terminator 2, but Terminator 1 was the best. I thought Terminator 2 was pretty damn close. I know some people think that 2 was the best out of all of them, but I don't think that Terminator 2 is better than the first one. I think that it's the next best thing to the first one, and I think 1 and 2 are in a league of their own compared to the rest of the franchise. Now, that's fine if other people liked Terminator 3, and I like Terminator 3. I'm just saying it's my opinion that I just don't think 3 was better than 1. That's all I'm saying, than Terminator 1.
Yeah.
And I don't think, for that matter, that Terminator 2 was better than Terminator 1. But that's just my opinion,
But yeah, going to your question, if you were to say that BVS is DC's Terminator 2 as in like the world building aspect, then yeah, I definitely agree on that.
Yeah, you know what? And that's a good way to put it. The world building aspect, most definitely. And if you guys are new to this channel, please subscribe. And if you're not new to this channel and you're a regular, please double check, because I've had a lot of funny shit going on with my channel in the last 2 to 3 weeks. Last 3 weeks basically. I've had people unsubscribing, and some of them telling me that they don't even remember unsubscribing, and that they don't even know what that's about. I've had Warner Brothers, supposedly YouTube hitting me, apparently, because Warner Brothers, somebody's reporting my channel to Warner Brothers and saying that I'm like copyright infringement fucking type shit, because I got pictures in my videos of my episodes of Strong Arm Flix of DC characters from movies that have been out for 5 fucking years. And my videos are being demonetized, and I'm not monetized anyway. I'm a small channel. I can't even make money off this shit yet. So I'm being, they're doing whatever they can right now. And I don't know who's doing it. I think I know, and I'm not going to accuse nobody till I know for sure. But I'm pretty sure I'm sure what's going on. That there is a certain 1 or 2 individuals that are very salty that me, Jeffrey, and this movement have been right about everything we've been saying, and that we are finally having our day in the sun. And now, because I talk so much shit, I probably bring it on to myself. I try not to call and single certain people out as much as I can, though. But I'm getting flags now. I'm getting copyright claims and shit now on shit that is clearly fair use, and somebody's abusing the system. It's just crazy that someone's taking that much time out their day for a channel as small as this to do so. It's just absolutely ludicrous to me, but someone's indeed doing it. There's people that are messaging me because I have multiple social media accounts. I got Instagram, I've got Vero, I've got Twitter, I've got YouTube, and then I've got Facebook, which I don't put my Facebook out there. That's for my family. I don't really even use it that much anyway. That's for like my very close, small amount of family members I actually, deal with, talk to, hang out with, all that shit. But I've got people messaging me on different social media accounts and telling me that they're like being like kicked from my channel. Like they'll subscribe and then they'll go back and then they're not subscribed no more. So long story short, just double check, make sure that you're still subscribed to this channel and that you've got bell notifications on so that you guys don't miss anything. Like I said, we're gonna this train is not slowing down. This train is doing nothing but getting momentum, and this train ain't stopping. So hop on this boy because we've been nothing but right. We've been nothing but good, and y'all have been nothing but good to us.
Yep.
And we appreciate each and every one of you guys, and also my boy Jeffrey there. If you guys are new to Jeffrey, please subscribe to Jeffrey's channel as well. He's under Jeffrey Warfield, right? That's the name of his channel. You can get on there and one click, subscribe to his channel. This guy goes in on a different kind of level. Y'all. This guy is a computer. This is our watchtower. This is the movement's watchtower right here. And this hype train, woo, it ain't stopping.
Woo.
And I got Red Bull, bitches. Anyway.
Funny comment from the movie Radar.
Where's he at?
One of the newest ones.
Right here.
Yeah.
Jeff Johns. Get out of here. Zack Snyder. I'll be back. Crashed his car through his office and released the Snyder Cut with David Ayer in the passenger seat. I'll be back. Crashed his car through his office with released the Snyder Cut and David Ayer in the passenger seat with the haircut. Oh shit. Oh, that's funny. I wish somebody would animate that.
Yeah, dude.
Put it in their intro and put it on Twitter or YouTube or something, bro. That would be funny. I bet you that shit would get so many likes and clicks in the movement on Twitter.
Yeah.
I'll share the shit out there right now.
and someone posted a picture of
Yup, damn right.
But yeah, someone posted on Twitter.
I got you.
Someone posted a picture on Twitter with Deadpool killing Mickey Mouse, and people are reporting that. Yeah, and people are saying that it was Robert Layfield who posted that, and he's like, "No, dude, I didn't make this. I got this from Facebook. Someone gave this to me from Facebook. I don't know why people think it was me."
Oh man, I didn't see that, man. But that's funny. That's funny.
It's absolutely hilarious.
Check that out, dude.
Yeah.
Man. Let's see what we got here. The movie Radar. I agree. Terminator 2 is slightly overrated. It sucks no one talks about the first one anymore. Exactly, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And honestly, I liked the third one too, but like, honestly, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, and then we're going to jump back to the DCEU. Maybe we'll start having streams where we'll talk about other stuff. This is my passion. This is what I really ride for. But at the end of the day, maybe we can start doing one-off episodes, like 2 a month or something.
Yeah, man.
Where we can talk about other things. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
my opinion, Terminator 1, 2, and 3 was where it's at. After that, asinine sauce, bro.
Yeah, man.
Straight up. Either way, I might disagree with Jeffrey slightly about the order of what I think between the first 3 should go. But either way, I think me and Jeffrey can both agree the first 3, period, was where it was at. Right? Exactly, my man.
Oh,
He's all that matters.
And the movie radar made a follow-up comment with that with the Terminator car, Zack Snyder and David Ayer comment. He says, and we can put Jared Leto in his Joker makeup and fancy suit in the back seat.
Next to Beth Fleck in the Nightmare outfit. Oh man, that'd be cool as hell.
Yeah, that would be cool.
You know, my son's only 4, about to be 5, and you know, he's a big fan. Well, you know, it's mainly because of his daddy. You know, he really ain't got no choice. We be watching Suicide Squad, BVS, and Man of Steel on repeat around this bitch, bro. I am not. And even Justice League a little bit. And he just, out of all them characters, though, he really, I don't know why, really likes Jared Leto's Joker, and I do too. And he also really likes Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn in Suicide Squad. He likes the two of them.
Right.
Like, they bad guys, Daddy. They cool. He's like, Daddy, Joker grabbed the gun. He shouldn't have talked to her like that. when they're in the club, that one scene. He's like, okay, now they're in the car. They're going fast. He'll just talk through the movie, but it's so cute, man. And I don't know if you've seen, like, early on when Suicide Squad came out, they made music videos, and Jared Leto actually did a performance in his Joker makeup for Purple Lamborghini with Rick Ross, and there's a music video for it. My son plays that on repeat, bro. Over and the video he knows how to use the computer, and I'm like, what are you doing on my computer, boy? Yeah, Daddy, I'm listening to Joker. Joker, Daddy, watch. And I'm like, okay. And you know, and I showed him Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, and he's like, I don't like him, Daddy. That's not Joker. I swear to God, and I like Joaquin Phoenix's Joker too. It's different, but that's how I get.
And the funny thing is that Joaquin Phoenix's Joker costume
There he is.
Hey.
Say hi. Say hi, Jeffrey.
Hi.
Little punk.
You on Daddy's computer?
Yeah, we sure are. We're doing a live stream right now, Monkey. Give me a kiss. Go play. Daddy will be out in a minute.
I got my pool set up.
Yep, Daddy's got his pool all set up.
Yep.
Yep. Bye. Love you.
Bye.
He's so silly.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's I'm serious though, man. That's why, look, as soon as he heard me say Joker, he come busting in the room. And no, he quotes him. My mom, she's like, looks at before I sat down and I put my parents are older and they're like not really into that kind of shit, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And they are into this shit now. Like legitimately. Like, and because at first my mom was like, you know, what did he say? And he was like, he was walking around with his toy gun that I bought him, and he's like, "Are you gonna be my friend?" She was like, "Travis, what are you teaching my grandson about?" Just freaking out, and I'm like, he just likes it, you know, he loves it, and
yeah.
And he said, you know, and you know, I sat down one day, and he was so happy, he was just like this. Like cuddled up to his grandma. He said, "Grandma, watch. We're gonna watch Joker." And we're watching Suicide Squad, and he talks through the whole thing damn near, but you know, he's cute. I love him. And man, he just really likes Joker for some reason. And the music videos even that's got Lil Wayne, Sucker for Pain, and it shows all them scenes that aren't in the movie. He loves watching them because he knows they're not in the movie. You know, he
Right.
sees Joker doing the craziest shit in the scenes that aren't in the movie. You know,
Right.
so even though he's only not even 5 yet, but he's gonna be 5 here in a month. He knows this stuff.
Wow.
He knows
Yes.
to an extent. He understands this kind of stuff.
Yep.
And you know, he's got a little Bluetooth speaker and a tablet I bought for him. He can use, you know, when he's being good after he's earned it. And he always hooks it up and he plays the whole soundtrack to Suicide Squad. He only skips like 2 songs on there. He listens and knows words to every song though on that
Wow.
soundtrack.
Wow,
And he
man.
watches like the trailers to Suicide Squad, the early on trailers, because there's more
Right.
footage that ain't in the movie.
Right.
And he watches it on like repeat. He'll just be like little tablet, headphones. And I'm like, what is he doing? I'll get down there and I'll look at it and it'll be a joke. It's like, I can't wait to show you my toys. And he knows all the words to it and shit. He'll be repeating it as he says it.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
my son likes Superman more than Batman, but he likes Zach's Batman and Zach's Superman, of course, a lot.
Yeah, yeah,
but,
man.
but he gets so mad every time I watch BVS. Why he being so mean to Superman, Daddy?
Yeah.
He gets mad. He walks away. Oh man.
Man.
But yeah, he's a cool little dude, man.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, Jeffrey, where were we
Yeah.
on comments before I just kind of went off in a Never Land?
Oh wow, I lost track
oh, wait,
myself, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this comment right here, and it's by Eric Hardboiled Entertainment. Says, speaking of the multiverse, ever since Sharp Objects, Amy Adams has had a procedure deal with HBO, so she's perfectly placed to be in Zach's second in command for overseeing the Snyderverse on HBO Max.
Oh yeah, that's
break that down to me more, Jeffrey. I didn't really quite understand that for some reason.
Oh, ever since Sharp Objects. Oh yeah, so she
has had a producer deal. Oh,
yeah,
Amy Adams has had a producer deal with HBO. Well, I don't know why that didn't cross my mind. I'm sorry for that.
Yeah.
So she has a producer deal with HBO. So she's perfectly placed to be in Zach's second in command for overseeing the Snyderverse on HBO Max. See, and this is what we've been talking about, guys. All the right people are popping up in all the right places because the media
Hardboiled.
What?
Wait, to Hardboiled for a second. I think you mean third in command because of Deborah.
Ah, yep. If I was Zach, I mean, never mind.
Yeah, yeah. So third in command, you got that part mixed up.
I'd be like, humana, I have 2 wives. Humana. I'm just kidding. That's jacked up.
Yeah, man.
That's like the dude up the street at the party store. He always gives me deals, man. But he makes sure I get my bread, bro. So we cool. But, let's see. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I'm trying to skip back and get to where we were. Here we go, right here. Okay, Hardboiled Entertainment. Gotta love Carol Ferris, aka Star Sapphire, being Martian Manhunter's sidekick since Man of Steel.
Oh yeah, you gotta love that. You gotta love that.
Nice. Yep.
Oh
yeah, I agree.
And the funny thing is that, like, I actually told someone about his Star Sapphire being in Man of Steel, and they were like, "What? What do you mean?" And they were like, "Oh, you know Carol Ferris, the chick that's always with the Martian Manhunter." And they were like, "Yeah," and then like, "Yeah, that's Star Sapphire." And they were legit shook by that. Like, what? I did not know that. And then they went back to watch him and steal a BBS because of that.
Exactly. And
Yeah, so many details that you can miss without even thinking about it.
oh yeah, definitely, man. Easily. And let's see right here. Brandon Pittman. Y'all are like Batman and Robin together.
Yeah,
That's awesome, man. My
yeah,
man.
man.
I appreciate that, man. We do got that cool dynamic, man. But if I'm
Yeah.
being completely honest, it's more like Batman and Brainiac became friends for no reason.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah,
man. Thanks,
dude.
Brandon. That's pretty cool of you to say, man.
Yeah, man.
Hard boiled. Why so serious? That was my Heath Ledger impression. I'm sorry if it sucked. She comes at me with a knife. Daddy didn't like that one bit. Laughing with a smile on his face.
Wow.
That one Carlos. I'm just gonna hurt you. Really, really bad. Leto badly observes my man. Leto badly adverbs my man.
And someone
here.
actually, speaking of Jared Leto's Joker real quick, someone actually pointed this out where Jared Leto's Joker says where he talks about Harley Quinn messing with his mind.
Right.
Someone actually pointed this out, like before when Waller is talking over him, he's going on about something else. So that means to me that they cut more of that scene out where we were supposed to learn more little nuggets of
Yeah.
Jared Leto's Joker and Harley Quinn's story. Man,
Right. Exactly.
why did they cut that out?
Man, out of all the shit that they cut out, it just doesn't make some of it. It's so ludicrous that it's hard to believe. It's like it was very clear. Unfortunately, it's very clear that it's like if you're gonna chop up a movie, can you at least chop it up in a way that fits your narrative but makes it not be a fucking mind fuck for the audience?
Right.
Like your main objective is do not fuck with your mainstream general pop. Your gen pop. Don't fuck with the gen pop. I'm telling you, okay, there's diehards like me and you.
Right.
And other people here in the audience, other people here in the comment section, followers and friends, okay?
Right.
That we know what's going on, you know? We know
Right.
when they're on some bullshit. We know when they change things. So when we see things and it don't make sense, we know in our brain, well, see now if they wouldn't have changed that, what was going to happen was this, and this, and it would have made sense. So
Right.
they detract us and throw us out of the movie. Now your general population, you put them in there with a movie like Suicide Squad theatrical cut, and they're like, what the f is literally going on?
Yep.
First of all, they barely even know who any of these characters are besides the Joker.
Yep.
Okay.
And
So then you destroy every narrative, every plot device, everything that was worth in the movie. And what do you got? You got something that's going to make a critic and one of your gen pop go talk shit, give it bad word of mouth, and go write a shitty review. And it's crazy to me that they did not understand this. It doesn't matter if you want to change directions. This movie was already made, dude. It was too late to do that shit.
Yep. And
they did it to 2 different movies.
Yep. And the T-Flame, and the John Cena 2099 Zack Snyder's Justice League came in with a interesting comment.
Where was that at? Where's that at?
It's one of the newest ones.
This one?
Yep.
Okay. All right, go ahead, Jeffrey. I want you to go ahead and do this one.
T-Flame and Jeffrey, thoughts on Injustice 3? Do you think Zack Snyder will influence Injustice 3? In case you don't know, Injustice is a DC reskinned Mortal Kombat video game with 3 hours of cutscenes. Now,
Oh,
actually, that's really a fun thing you should mention because Ed Boon who actually did make, who actually did help out with the snot. I think he did because Ed Boon, one of the people who created Mortal Kombat, is actually a huge supporter of the Snyder Cut. Is a huge supporter of the Snyder Cut, and actually wants a full-on Injustice movie. So the question is, was Zach getting to that in his DCEU?
right, exactly. That's a very good
More
question.
questions.
That's a very good
More
question
questions.
and a great
Yep.
answer. We have a very talented and open mind audience and friends and all in this channel and all around this channel. And you guys ask a lot of them interesting and
Oh.
questions. Some of them are mind-boggling even. You guys really think outside the box, and you guys are what makes this fandom so special, because it's thinking like this that initiates these kind of projects. As you can see, if you want something and you will it hard enough, you will it into existence.
Right.
Even though we did not do that, just stick with the narrative. Just do it so that the other side can have a slight amount of respect for losing all credibility for themselves.
Yeah. And Brendan Pittman came in with a funny comment.
Okay.
He's the one who he's the one who said you two are the living embodiment of Batman and Robin. So he said, no, I was talking about you and your son.
Oh, Brandon Pittman, I'm sorry, my man. I seen the comment late, and I thought you were talking about me and Jeffrey. Yeah, me and Monkey Butt.
That makes more sense.
Yep.
That makes
Yeah.
more sense.
Yep. That's why I said, I was like, me and Jeffrey, we're more like Batman and Brainiac just became friends for some fucking reason. But anyway, yeah, thank you for clarifying that, man. But either way, I still appreciate the love. I still appreciate the comment. Thank you, Brandon. And I hope you continue to tune in and tell me some funny shit. Like, man, that was a good one, man.
Yeah, that was a good one.
The movie radar. I want to see Jared Leto's Joker team up with the Riddler, played by Nerdy and Matty Ways. What? Oh man. Oh man. That would be dope.
Yeah, man.
That would be different. Hey, oh my God, I'm not even gonna.
Bro, you just put that image in my brain. Oh wow! Now I wish the Nerdy was here.
I'm gonna have to go back and talk to him now and tell him this. And I gotta capture we gotta capture his reaction to it on camera though.
Yeah, you gotta show him this clip and say, "Hey, you need to react to this."
And real quick, Jeffrey, I want to read the latest thing regarding the Ayer cut. And guys, those of you that follow me closely, I am a writer in general. Yes, I am primarily here for Zach. Always have been, always will be.
Right.
At the same time, I am a writer for the DCEU in general. Okay?
Right.
And the injustice that happened to Zach was more up than what happened to David. But either way, we cannot ignore what happened to David Ayer.
Yep.
And David Ayer, he has an entire movie, just like the Snyder Cut, that we have not seen. Totally different. Okay? And I've been following this closely. I've talked about it many times in my videos. On Strong on Flix. And I just want to read this update because I read one earlier in this exact live stream, and there's actually another update on David Ayer's shit.
Really?
And right here it says, and this is why I think, hold on. This is what I wanted to read to you guys. Ooh. Oh, I didn't see that neither. Man, I'm getting excited.
You look like you're getting ready to pull out a book.
But no, right here, David Ayer retweeted this, and it says, it shows an image of David Ayer's Enchantress from Suicide Squad, and she's like got black smoke around her, looks like she's coming out of a wall, and it says above it, anything is possible. All it takes is a little magic. And it was posted by AT&T themselves.
Yep.
And David Ayer retweeted this shit.
Mm-hmm.
He retweeted this shit, and it to me, and this wasn't that long. This is like near the top. This means that, guys, he's in talks for the Ayer cut right now. Him and AT&T are having these discussions. And AT&T, if you're listening, he's already stated that his cut is basically done.
Yep.
Throw him a little money. Put Steppenwolf from BVS Ultimate Edition. I know that you're gonna let Zach put that version of Steppenwolf in the Snyder Cut. So give him a little money. It would be a minute amount of money. He'd probably need like $8 million, not even, to put that version of Steppenwolf at the end, real quick, of his cut. And let him edit the mother boxes back into the movie. There's already a cut where the parademons are done and fully rendered. He'd only need probably $1 million to spruce up the graphics on that and make it like prestige. Okay? Let him release this shit and have, even if it's late 2020, have you something to drop in 2020.
Yeah.
Have you something to give people a small taste of what's going to come when it comes to the Snyder Cut.
Yep.
Because you're going to tap into all of that audience. Okay? You're going to, I'm telling you, it's going to do nothing but bring the entire fandom together. It's going to make more people buy and subscribe to HBO Max. David has been very vocal about this since and before the announcement of the Snyder Cut on HBO Max.
Yeah.
So just do this shit. Let's get it on and popping because people want this. People are ready for this. People have been waiting for this, especially in regards to David Ayer's Suicide Squad. You want to talk about 2-3 years with Zack Snyder's? We're talking 5 years for the fucking Ayer cut already as of now. All right. So let's do this damn thing. You guys don't want to go over, okay? And bring back Will Smith. Bring back Jared Leto. You don't get A-list actors like that and then cut them out of an entire movie, then them out of a solo movie, and then just act like, well, that's bad business. That's bullshit. Give them, bring them back, make them happy. Give Will Smith his standalone Deadshot movie. Okay?
Yeah.
Bring Jared Leto back. Give him his own standalone Joker movie with Harley Quinn about the death of Robin and Batfleck with small appearances in that bitch all over. Okay?
Yep.
Straight up.
Really,
and release the Ayer cut. That's where the money's at, bro.
Yep. Because think about a Deadshot, think about Suicide Squad with less Joker in it, like less Joker than the theatrical cut. That's like cutting William Dafoe out of Justice League, which they did.
They did it. This motherfucker don't even have there's not a single image of Willem Dafoe. Not a single screen image. Not even a still picture of this motherfucker in the cut of Justice League.
Right. What? Like, think how dumb that was.
Same thing with Iris West. Same thing with Iris West. Same thing with Cyborg's mother. Same thing with Ryan Choi.
Yeah.
What the f is wrong with you motherfuckers, bro? But my point is that you're exactly right about that, Jeffrey. But on top of that, you damn sure do not get two A-list actors like Jared Leto and Will Smith and promise them the world. Get them to come into your shit and then last minute without their permission, delete them from your fucking movie, and then tell them eat a on every project they were supposed to be a part of since that project, and just say,
Right.
"Well, we don't care." And now look, Marvel, MCU has got their hands all over Leto, and they're gonna do right by Leto. Watch.
No,
Morbius, standalone movie by
no,
Sony, it's gonna be
yeah.
fucking fire. Not MCU. It's gonna be fire. And watch how good. I mark my words right now. Watch how good the Sony's Marvel Morbius movie with Jared Leto is gonna be.
Yep,
They
that's gonna
fucked up
be
big
fire.
time. They fucked up
That's gonna
big
be
time.
fire.
Getting over Jared Leto, getting with his performance, and not destroying his Jared Leto Joker project, greenlighting Joaquin Phoenix in the first fucking place without his knowledge. Why would you look at? And that's what didn't make sense to me at all. Why? And like I said, I loved the Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie. It's completely separate from the DCEU. It's
Right.
separate from everything, but that's fine. They've got a multiverse. They can do that. But what confuses me, why would the first movie you make called Joker be about a motherfucker that's not even really the Joker?
Right. You're like that.
And you got a dude that's an A-list actor who is, on top of that, already contracted by you assholes, already super beyond passionate about playing this character, and you know, to where people blew it out of proportion, his antics while playing the character. You know, it just blows my mind. Blows my mind that you had the Joker and you had Batman, and you motherfuckers deleted any scene that had to do with the motherfucking two of them having even a conversation together, bro.
Right, and
What?
and they cut Batman out so much
They said
where he
Batman had as
had
much screen time as Spider-Man and Civil War and Suicide Squad air cut.
right. Like, why would you not have that? Like, why would you not have that much Batman? Like, it's good that you put Batman in there at all, but like enough Batman for enough as much as compared to Spider-Man and Civil War.
That's crazy as hell, man. And look at guys, I know there's going to be some people that push against this. The 27th, is it? May
Yep.
27th is in 2 days from now. So I don't know if a trailer for Zack Snyder's Justice League is coming on HBO Max or for HBO Max for Comic-Con. I don't know what's going on. Be on the lookout in the next 2 days for something big, something more coming soon. I'm not exactly 100% sure. I don't want you to get your hopes up crazy, but be on the lookout because if something is coming soon, official news from Warner Brothers, maybe about a project, about Air Cut, about Snyder Cut, or an official trailer that is coming on the 27th. Bet your ass on that.
Something is definitely coming.
So don't get too crazy, but definitely stay tuned in on what's going on. Because something is going to happen, and I just, I'm telling you guys, here in like a month, not even a month, couple weeks, if we don't get confirmation on the Air Cut, you seen how long it took the campaigning for the Snyder Cut. Granted, things have changed entirely now. AT&T finally stepped in, like we told them motherfuckers should be doing. Like, bro, y'all just bought this company for how much money? Y'all need money, right?
Yeah.
Here's the money, dog. Get it. And it took them 6 months of convincing until the November 17th tweet event, where finally they was like, hit up Toby Emmerich, was like, hey, you better figure this shit out straight up.
Yeah.
We ain't playing this shit no more.
Yeah, right? and in that round table he was feeling nervous because there was like a round table with all of the execs like from Netflix, Amazon, and all of these other companies, and then the question came up about, and then they eventually were talking about 300, and they were talking about Zach and really how good 300 was. And really how at first people thought that oh, 300, you like they brought up they brought up the past about when before 300 came out, where they said, oh, 300 is unfilmable, you can't film it. And then they said, but 300 was actually very good. Zack Snyder handled it very well, and they were just praising Zack Snyder, and you could and Toby Emmerich was just salty. Like at the times they were just zoom in on his face, you could just tell that he was getting frustrated about it. So yeah, like so yeah, like even the execs outside of WB knew where the money was at without even saying it.
Right. The Batman will also be a badass movie. I agree, Dr. Fate.
Which one are we talking about?
Either way, I think both of them will be good movies.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hate on Pattinson like a small selective group does. Am I passionate about Pattinson? I have mixed feelings on it, and primarily since the comments came out about him thinking that he can just do whatever he wants. He don't have to work out. He landed a role of a lifetime, and he thinks he don't got to get buff to play Batman, and he thinks it's a fucking joke. He can do whatever he wants. That's as an actor in real life. Now, the movie itself, I'm still excited for.
Yeah.
Okay, that's where you separate the two between the actor and their work.
In the movie.
Okay, now as a person, now my opinion has changed on Pattinson as a person. Not in regards to the Batfleck, to the Batman movie he's attached to. My opinion has changed in regards to Pattinson as a person in real life. He's an asshole. An asshole. He is. He's a fucking asshole.
Right.
Anyway, other than that, I still think his movie, though, will be lit. I think it'll be great. And if Batfleck gets his greenlit, I think it's going to be even better.
Yep.
That's my opinion on it. I'm going to leave that alone. Hardboiled Entertainment. Here's to the multiverse. Into the Snyderverse.
Yep.
Damn straight. Hoorah for my bell. Hoorah for my bell. AT&T are proclaiming that the Ayer cut is now inevitable. I don't know if I've seen that unless you're talking about what I've already went over. But either way, hell yeah, Hardboiled.
Yep.
The movie Radar. Even better, Jared Leto's Joker. Nerdy's Riddler. T-Flame's Bane. Bane! And Jeffrey as their man on the inside, all teaming up to rain hell on Gotham.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Oh man.
Yeah.
Now I want to see Leto and Ben Affleck in The Killing Joke in live action. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. What happened to the shorts that were just on him? Yeah, but he already had shorts that got soaked that were brand new from today. That's fine. I'm gonna come out there. Anyway. So, and then there is, let's see. All right. See, there are two guys locked in a lunatic asylum. The launch of the HBO Max is a day to watch, one way or the other. Damn straight.
Yep.
Dr. Fate, I don't know if you could do Brainiac for Man of Steel 2. You're probably going to need everyone to defend Earth. And you're right, and Dr. Fate, you are right about that. You are right about that.
Yeah,
I do think that should be a Justice League villain, but I know that what Zach roughly, unless there's big changes coming, I know roughly what Zach had planned out for his 5-film arc, and none of that had jack shit to do with Brainiac. And I do also know that at the same time, Henry Cavill is trying to take off and do like a different direction and continue Man of Steel, but also continue the Snyderverse.
Right.
So, I mean, what other villain would you suggest? Like the real Doomsday to show up? Like Zach said, he's still out there. Brainiac. I mean, there's a couple, but you'd want to see someone that really made Superman have to pull out his haul and show how he matured, show how he could whip ass, show how, you know what I'm saying, a real threat.
Here's my personal theory on Darkseid. Like, really, I think Darkseid is the original. Is the original
I know.
Doomsday.
I remember hearing you say that before.
Yeah.
Dr. Fate, Batman versus Deathstroke. Wet dream come to life. Damn straight,
Yeah.
bro.
And really, like, I don't. And really, like, for a. And really, like, the for the for the boss fight that was in Batman Arkham Origins, where which I think is a underrated game as is. But yeah, like Batman, the Deathstroke boss fight in Origins to me is really one of my favorite boss
Yeah.
fights in all of gaming.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Like it is up there, and
um.
but yeah, just imagine what it would be like to see them fight and one on one for the first time ever in live action. That would be
Right.
amazing.
Yeah. And let's see. Did we already do this one?
No.
Oh. We got a few more minutes left, guys, and I'm gonna end the live stream. We're at almost 2
Yep.
hours. All right. Did we do this? Y'all think the Flash movie will still happen? And thoughts on the plot?
I think it will happen if you're talking about the Ezra Miller choking thing. No one has really talked about it. Like
right
no
out.
one has really talked about it as heavily. Like if you're saying that he'll be recast, no, it won't happen. Like that's
No.
very small.
And like I said, and or not like I said, but in my thoughts on that matter is that flat out, Ezra Miller is still the Flash. He's not going nowhere. Flat out.
Yeah, it's not
When the
going
movie
nowhere.
starts, Ezra Miller is going to be the Flash. Ezra Miller is going to have some kind of time travel shit going on. It's going to open up a lot of shit, but it's also going to be unique, but it's also going to honor and still stay true to the Snyder Cut. And I think that whatever happens in the Flash movie is going to be a trickle down effect to some degree of whatever happens in Zack Snyder's Justice League. Because
Yep.
we see, and just like on the CW, his appearance, that appearance is going to have to do with his movie and have to do with Zack Snyder's Justice League. That's
Yep.
what I think about the plot. And I also think that in his movie, though, it's going to show multiple speedsters in quick areas of cameos and areas in time that he jumps. And
Yep.
also introduce the JSA, also
And that
introduce
was
all kinds
be
of
watching them.
infinite possibilities. Now,
Yep. And I'm gonna be watching for those.
Yup, and you know my boy Jeffrey right here. He's gonna be watching for those. And again, please subscribe to this channel if you're new and you like this, because more DC and DCEU content is coming. We got about 5 more minutes before I'm ending the live stream. And the movie radar said, "How do you think Leto's Joker plays into Batfleck's Batman versus Deathstroke film?" That's a very good question.
Yeah, that's a very
Go
good
ahead,
question.
go ahead,
Like,
Jeffrey.
because we do know that Deathstroke. Here's the thing about Deathstroke that not a lot of people know. Deathstroke is not a villain where he just goes killing people. He's a hired assassin. Theoretically, Jared Leto's Joker could possibly hire Deathstroke to maybe infiltrate and really track Batman, and then the movie comes to a head where really Deathstroke Batman as a Batman as a challenge. So then that's when Deathstroke the movie becomes really Deathstroke versus Batman, where Deathstroke wants to collect Batman's head as a trophy of sorts. Wow, wow, that would actually be pretty cool. Wow. Yeah, that
Yes.
would be really cool.
And I want to do one more comment before I go. My son's here. It's getting late, and I got to work early tomorrow. And
Okay.
Trigger the Puppy. I don't think I've ever seen you on here. If you're new to this channel, thanks for tuning in. If you've been on this channel and I just haven't noticed your name before, thank you. And let's see what he's got to say. He said, I know it's hard to call, but how do you think that the general public would receive Jared Leto's Joker in its full glory?
Now this is the way. Now that is a hard question because David Ayer said that Jared Leto's Joker was, quote, the darkest and craziest Joker that has been filmed. So really, it really depends on how people answer to that. Will they, like, some people may say, hey, this is awesome. I know that I'm expecting that. But or we have those people who are a little bit too sensitive and will say that his Joker needed to be toned down. So
Right,
yeah, really.
exactly.
So yeah, really, that's a hard call.
Yes, that's a very hard call. And guys, I want you to know that I'm very passionate about this character that never got a proper shot. And what
Yeah.
I will tell you, and this is my opinion, it differs slightly, a little bit from what Jeffrey said, but although I mostly agree with what Jeffrey said, in my opinion, I think that the times have completely changed. I think that everything that's been done and the reasons that it's been done has been completely put out there to the public now, and the studios look completely incompetent of these characters, look like they don't deserve these characters. And now that the general population, not all of them, but most of them, understand that these characters were very dark and had a grounded take, and that the fact that they did not know early on because of poor marketing by Warner Brothers and tampering, that they know now roughly what they were going to get, what the direction was. They're not as confused, so therefore they're not as upset. They may not agree with the take on the character, and that's fine.
Yeah.
All of them, that's fine. But for the most part, they have an understanding now. So therefore, they're not confused. They're not pissed off. They're like, okay, well, let's see what happens. I'm ready. Their minds are finally ready to see what was intended. Their minds are
Yep.
opened and on the same level to a degree as ours are. And they're ready to see, okay, let's see what you have. Okay?
Yep.
I'm telling you right now, when the Ayer cut comes out, if they don't fuck with anything, the Joker is going to be so X-rated.
Yeah.
And the thing is that he was always meant to be. And now that people are educated on the version that they were doing, on the version that we never got because of their reaction and the fact that they took all that shit down. Anthony, get your ass down for this, because I'm on camera. I'm doing a live stream. Jesus Christ, I gotta go soon. But I think that people are ready for this. I think people are ready to see this take on the Joker. And after Joaquin Phoenix's Joker came out, that was a sign to me that people are now ready for that dark, X-rated, mature, grounded Joker.
Yep.
So let us see what Jared Leto did. Give him his chance, and in my opinion, I think that he will be received very well in his full glory. There's always going to be haters, but for the most part, I think even the mainstream audiences will be happy with this performance. And I want to end this live stream with that. And Jeffrey, is there anything you'd like to say real quick? Because I've got to go, my friend.
Really, just one more thing to people who are getting frustrated about the haters. I just have to say, bring this motto to you. Hey, their boos mean nothing. You've seen what makes them cheer. So really, just ignore their boos and really just let them have their little tantrums.
Exactly. And with that, we're going to end the live stream. And this is your boy Strong on Flix. Release the Ayer cut. Release the Snyder cut. God damn it. And bring back the OG DCEU. Bring back Batfleck. Bring back Leto. And bring back Will Smith. God damn it.
Yep.
And till next time, my friends.
Till next time.
Peace.